Charlatans have made it clear that we want our rights protected. When we talk about our city, we think about the words dignity and respect for making difficult health care decisions for themselves without the government being in the room.
Now at 4:30, the abortion debate is up again and heating up once again after former President Trump's comments this week regarding states making their own rulings on the procedure. Charlotte Mayor Vi Lyles joined state leaders, providers, and advocates today to highlight reproductive freedom that is on the ballot this November.
Today's discussion also comes as Arizona just revived a near total ban on abortions, all from a law dating back to the 1800s. So Chief Legal Analyst Khalif Rhodes is joining us right now.
Khalif, first off, I want to start right now with Vi Lyles and her comments, the mayor.
What you can say is that I love Mayor Lyles to death, but Charlotte is an outlier. The most of our state doesn't look like Mecklenburg County, doesn't look like Charlotte. And so while Charlotte may have decided, our state hasn't and our country hasn't. And you can see that it's really hard sometimes to determine and figure out what's on the ballot. Sometimes it's justice, sometimes it's affordable housing or health care. But this year, clearly, abortion is on the ballot. And in most states, it actually is on the ballots. Florida, Maryland, Arkansas, Colorado, Missouri, Montana, Nebraska, Nevada, South Dakota, and Arizona all have ballot measures for voters to decide what access to abortion should look like.
And so talking about Arizona, that's not on their ballot. It might be come the future, right? So how do you go about bringing back a law that goes back so far? And what do stricter laws have? What impacts does that have on North Carolina?
While I do agree that laws in technology and access to health care should have and has changed since the 1800s, right? But what I can say is this wasn't a re-implementation. This was a challenge to say, hey, this law that we have back here, is it still valid? Regardless of what Roe v. Wade did, regardless of what the Dobbs decision did, they're asking the court, and the court answered. It said this law that we had on the books way back in the 1800s is still valid law, period. That's it. It really doesn't matter. If you look at the original law, it was you have access to no more than 14 weeks. But this one was saying that abortion is something that you don't even have access to at all. And so what the Supreme Court was doing was writing something that may have gotten away from them as a state for a long time. And so I agree with their state reading what their Constitution says and what that law says. The court got it right there, that this was a law that is still valid on their books.
Now, Trump made a comment about that law. He said they went too far, but he also said that it should go back to the states to leave that up to them. It seems like Republicans are doing a little bit of damage control, knowing how unpopular that decision is.
That Republicans are doing damage control, and it's not a normal thing to see Republicans try to distance themselves from the former president right now. And I can say it's really, really hard for me to oftentimes say multiple times in the day that I can 100% agree with the former president. He's reading what the law of the land is. After Roe v. Wade was overturned, the Dobbs decision says clearly that it is a state's decision. So he is 1,000% accurate. That is ultimately up for the states to make a decision. And that's why I go back to these ballot measures that are on multiple states' agendas, that when Roe v. Wade went down, the floodgates open for states to make a determination, states, i.e. voters, to go to their individual states, vote at the ballot box and say, yes, we want access, or no, we don't, and this is how we want it.
Do you think that more and more states will slowly start to adopt that as we have more elections?
I think that time will tell. Right now, and this is an ever-growing, ever-changing dynamic. You know, what did I saw? One banner said Roe v. Wade, referencing a combination of Roe v. Wade in November, basically saying that my vote comes down to that only abortion issue.
And so that's going to be one of the biggest issues coming up for November if it's up to Democrats talking about that, and because Republicans want it to be about immigration.
That immigration one, and I think they've done an excellent job of trying to figure out how to parlay that. If you could think about it, they've thrown immigration everywhere. You're asking for funding for Ukraine, let's throw immigration on there. You're asking for funding for anything else, let's throw immigration on there. So the Republicans have done an excellent job of narrowly tailoring their arguments and trying to ensure that they were all speaking the same language. Save for these last couple of days where folks have stepped aside from the former president, everyone in the Republican Party has been lock and step. And that's why you can see they control a lot of state legislatures, and that's why the Democrats right now are scrambling.
And we're only going to start hearing more of these opinions and seeing more of these campaign events as we get closer to November. Khalif, thank you.